for the last 30 days here. At the time of this review, you're not able to sit there and do like a search back for your subscribers. It's only basically what you see here, which is the last 30 days, I believe. Okay, so that's one feature of this, which is a little limiting, but it is what it is. We're looking at the form screen. This is basically what you would use to create forms on your website to capture people's email address. So what you'll see here is I have a few forms that I've created and I've labeled based on where they are. And it kind of gives you a nice little overview of where your subscribers are coming from, which is very important. So you know that, maybe the footer is working better than, the homepage. So it's really cool how they show you which of the forms are working really well. To create a form is pretty simple. You would just click create a form here, and it gives you different options. There's a landing pages, which is hosted by ConvertKit. So you can create like a nice, pretty landing page here. And you see here, they have them pre-built here. And then you just basically edit the landing page to have the information that you want. Or you can just use a traditional form like the ones that you would find on a website, which you would put on your sidebar or however you want. So if I click here, it gives me all the different form options here that you can use. And then it's just a matter of clicking whatever one that you want to use. Editing the content. So you can see here the different interfaces here. This is basically the overview here. And if I click here, I can basically edit this. I can change this around. It has a nice little editor here, et cetera, et cetera. Then you can go into the settings here, and you could change basically whatever you want in terms of what the success message is after someone submitted a form, where the page redirects to, et cetera, et cetera. So all that stuff is here, okay? You can customize the styling of the form so it looks different. You can just embed it using the code here. This is where you would go and get the code to kind of dump into your blog. As you can see here, they have a WordPress plugin which you can use, and then you just have to use a short code. So there's a lot of cool little options here. And then the good thing about the forms is you could see like the individual subscribers that have subscribed to this particular form. So if I go back to my forms here and I just click on this one here, for instance, if I click on subscribers, it will show me how many subscribers have actually subscribed here, how many people visited the forum and converted. So right now you're seeing something that's a little different here because I'm actually connecting to ConvertKit using Thrive Leads. So it's not able to track the visitors. But if you were just using the straight form and putting it on your website, it would be able to track the visitors and actually give you a conversion rate, which is pretty cool. Okay. So that's pretty much forms in a nutshell. It's basically what you kind of expect from an email provider. The next thing is sequences. Okay. Sequences are almost like autoresponders, which you would find like in an Aweber and things like that. Sequences are basically emails that you set up beforehand that will automatically go out to a person that joins a form. Okay, so someone fills out a form, they get like a welcome email, then maybe 2 or 3 days later, you send them another email, and it's pretty cool because this basically does your email marketing on automation. So you can see here, I have set up a couple of emails here, 1, 2, 3. And what I like about ConvertKit is they actually kind of tell you what your email should be. So if you sit here, it says soft sell, and that kind of explains to you what this email should be about. Educational message, that tells you what this email should be about. So even if you don't know what your email should be about, they kind of give you some guidance in terms of doing that. So that's actually pretty cool. You can actually move the emails just by dragging them up and down however you want. You could add more emails. You could edit it just like how you would a blog post, preview it in your browser, email, etc. And then you can also control the days when this is set up and set. Okay. Another cool thing is, let me just leave this. You could have your sequences here. So, you name it like how I showed you those names. So you could name this whatever you want. You could basically specify the dates that you want this email sent, the time zone, and, delete the sequence, for instance, if you wanted to. So that's what you have here in the settings. Once you've actually set up your email sequence and people are actually joining it, this is where you would go to actually see what's going on with these emails. So as you can see here, this particular email is open 81% of the times, click-through rate. So this is where you have your stats. Ideally, it would be great if ConversionKit had a report section here, so you don't have to dig into each form to kind of figure out what's going on from, or each sequence to figure out what's going on from a conversion standpoint and reporting standpoint. So that's a little annoying about that. You have to remember to kind of do that. So that's something just to keep in mind. But it's something you'll get used to. It's just an interface change that they can easily make, or you just have to kind of get used to where you dig for the information. The other thing that they have, like you would expect from any email provider, is broadcast. So let's say you don't want to just do automated sequences. You just want to send out emails as you feel like it. So you click here on broadcast, and then you would just create a new broadcast here. You could actually filter out what emails you want, or the subscribers you want to send it to. So you can create these little cool little filters here where it's, someone within a certain segment, a cold subscriber. It has a lot of little features here in terms of like how you select the subscribers here. So that's pretty cool. Then you would just go into your content. It's just a normal editor that you would be used to. Put the subject here, put in your body. It has all the mechanisms that you would expect for a rich editor. You can browse. You preview your email in the browser and email. It also has some templates, but they're pretty basic, nothing really complicated. And then you could just preview the email in the next screen here. And then, you could schedule when you want this email to be sent. So you could send the broadcast immediately, as I set it up here, or you could schedule it for days in advance, at a certain time. So I could just do that. It gives you times that you can pick. And then that's pretty much it. Hit schedule, and ConvertKit basically handles all that information there. In terms of your subscribers, it's pretty straightforward. You would manage your subscribers the same way. Nothing really complicated about this here. You could search for subscribers, delete them, confirm, et cetera, et cetera. Then there's automation rules. So for instance, let's say this person has finished a certain sequence. Then I could have them go and join another sequence or unsubscribe. So this is really, really cool because it has automation rules that you can use here that some of the bigger companies charge you hundreds and thousands of dollars to do. ConvertKit kind of includes this, and they make it very simple and easy to understand. The rules are really, really cool in terms of doing that. Integrations, ConvertKit, as it's growing, is basically integrating with a lot of services that you would expect. Lead Pages, Optimize, OptinMonster, Wishlist Member. It's actually growing, stronger and stronger every day. So this is pretty cool that it actually does integrate with some of your popular things here. And that's pretty much it in a nutshell. This is just a high level overview of this particular program. I like it a lot. I moved away from Aweber to this because I felt that Aweber was overcharging me. I didn't really like their interface. I just thought it was kind of clumsy. And I really do like ConvertKit because it's very simple to use. They have great support here. People that are able to answer your questions right away. And I think it's very affordable in terms of how they price things, where some of the other companies are kind of shady with their pricing. You're not charged twice for the same subscribers with ConvertKit. If you have a subscriber that's on multiple lists, you only charge for that one subscriber, whereas other companies may charge you. Let's say if that person's on 3 lists, they're going to count that person as 3 subscribers when in reality they're only 1. So that's something else I really like about ConvertKit. Hopefully you enjoy this, and I hope it helps you decide whether or not to use ConvertKit or not. Thanks.